some mean reversion readings that may or may not be active. So we're going to start here on the 4-hour chart. Our longest overexpanded period here is the 110 period, based off of the current overexpansion. But ACAT is going to read some volatility overhead, so we are going to set that 110 period manually, okay? 110. All right, so because we entered this band here, it might be an implied active mean reversion condition. And I want some confluence in multiple time frames, so I'm going to drop to the 2-hour chart and get the reading down here as well. In theory, it should just be 220. Let's see if we actually get that. 200. Yeah, okay. And that makes sense because period look back will push the period down slightly when you go on lower time frames. So yeah, I would consider that accurate. Whew. So is this an active mean reversion condition? That's tough because I have a bias for trend continuation right now. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on the 2-hour chart, and we're going to use 440 period. 40. That's incorrect. 220, excuse me. And the 22. And I need that 22 period visible. Hold on. Nice, and then we're going to set this to 22 as well. Oof, okay, yeah, so if we want to consider this bearish mean reversion, here's what we do. Because we activated the bearish mean reversion here, we want to use the 22 period CCR roll down, which we have represented by the 1.25 standard deviation of this band right here, or its 3.2 standard deviation tag to the upside. So really, you're in a very low risk short right now. I know it's not going to be a popular idea to bet, on bearish mean reversion. And if, we do break out of this, I will be very happy. But I am not one to argue with my signals, as they are very reliable. So, also, if we go ahead and take a pop up to the daily chart here. We want to draw that trend line. Suppose we could do that. I really don't like this trend line. There we go. I mean, betting on rejection here would be intuitive, just based on trend. But bearish mean reversion would be betting against the following macro level signal. Yeah, it's a daily wave PM cross. I don't want to bet against that. Oof. So let me point out 3 signals for you here with vertical lines, okay? This is one signal. That candle there. This is another signal. That candle there. And finally, we have this signal, this candle here. All right. And let's get one more, just for fun. There are no other examples. Wow. A pretty rare signal. So what we're looking at is this. What we want is every period of our wave PM below 0.7, like so. Like so. Like so. And we want the 14 period crossing up above the 100 and the 0.7 value. All right, when those two conditions are met on the wave PM, can I Command Z? I probably can't. Oh well. Well, you remember where the lines are, right? Here, here, here. Typically results in trend. First off, and let's do this. All right, in this wave PM cross, we traveled 58%. In this wave PM cross, we traveled 170%. And in this wave PM cross, we have currently traveled 5%. So it's a super rare signal, but it's a very reliable signal. When this signal hits, Oof, I am inclined to bet on it. And what's even better is we get super obvious signals using WavePM. And when everything is bearishly weighted, like here, result in bearish trend. When everything is positively weighted, like here, results in bullish trend. And here we have positive weighting on the CCI. So I don't want to bet against a macro level signal. So I'm probably not going to take the short entry on the lower time frame. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you how to stop out of your long position if we actually do get further confirmation on the bearish signal for Bitcoin. All right, we're going to use that 2-hour chart, same periods, right? All right, all you have to do, if we retest this local low around 7,750, yeah, okay, stop out. All right, that's going to be your stop loss. But otherwise, you can bet on trend continuation. Still a little risky. Right, you're betting against a macro level trend line, but I am very inclined to believe that our trend continuation signal based on the wave PM cross is the thing to bet on. Right? Macro level expansion pretty much always trumps micro level compression. So, you know the risks, you know what to do. No comments. So I know there are 2 coins somebody wanted me to check on. Discord's being slow. I'll open up my phone. Okay, there we go. Zen, BTC, and XMR. Okay. Do I still have a signal? Yeah, we're good. It's being slow for some reason. Okay. Very clean trend signal here based on the 180 period. Let's do the 4-hour. I like that lower resolution. All right, because... Okay, so 2 things we need to look at here. First off is this previous downward expansion created a... Oh god, this is going to be so clean. You're going to be impressed by this. So we're looking at like a 260 period. All right, so I bet you $1. That is so clean. Okay, so when we had this bearish trend here, we generated this plume of overexpansion. We activated the mean reversion condition here. All right, when we activate a mean reversion condition, it's not technically a mean reversion condition. It is a compressionary condition. And let me explain what that means. The compressionary condition states the following. If you enter the 1.25 standard deviation of the longest overexpanded period, you will stay inside that 1.25 standard deviation until that period reverts below a 0.7 value on the wave PM. All right. So what does that mean? Okay. As long as this period here is yellow, we will stay in this purple band. All right. When it turns green, that means we can leave the band. But until then, we're going to stay inside the band. So what happens? We stay in the band. Right? Trend continuation is not viable. So, with that in mind, we can look at lower time frame trend condition. What are we going to see? And let's just load ACAT because it's going to load properly. Come on, big boy. It's loading. Just give it a second. Time consuming. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I wouldn't be inclined to believe that bearish mean reversion condition is active. So here's what we're looking at, folks. Activation, and now we're just trying to catch that swing high. So that would have been the most recent swing high short entry, but you can't short Monero, so I don't see the point. I would not take any position on Monero at this time. or unless you can short it, attempt to from 7736. Okay. 0x was the other one. Oh man, that's a lot of potential energy up here in the higher time frames. I'm actually holding ZRX, believe it or not. This is one of the coins I hold. I bought in around here, and I've just held it since. So, super high potential energy, no implied direction on trend. In retrospect, we could call that a market bottom. Just depends. Because we have this stall and trend, and now we have no implied direction. So if we get a reversal, it should run. But we don't have a reversal yet, so I'd be very careful on attempting to bet on that. Okay? That's it for today, folks. It's been a pleasure. I'll talk to you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. MST. Ciao.